Alrighty then, let's get this over with. Hello and welcome to Topless Topics, the channel that seeks to destigmatize female nipples through repeat exposure. Except for reasons that I will go into in just a second, you're not going to be able to see my boring non-sexual female nipples anywhere for who knows how long. Yes, that's right, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. You win. I give the f*** up. At least until nudists finally get their shit together and develop a platform that actually understands the difference between nudity and sex, but who knows if that'll ever happen. If you are just stumbling in here, I should warn you this video is going to be very sarcastic, but what can I say? I'm a little pissed off. It's pretty f***ing to be honest. So here's the situation. I started this channel about 10 years ago after having already made videos since the beginning of YouTube. And the intent, as I just said, is to destigmatize non-sexual female nipples. You know, just be here as a representation of the amazing, wonderful, totally insane idea that a woman can have her shirt off and it not be in the middle of a graphic sexual act. I mean, crazy thought, right? A girl can just sit there without a shirt on and not be sticking things in her bleep-a-bleep and with the touching and the... I know, what? What? I mean, if men are allowed to, you know, go topless at the beach and the park and just freaking everywhere without people going, oh my god, hide your children. I feel like we should get there, maybe, you know, maybe for the rest of us, maybe, you know, maybe 2021 can finally be the year that we stop assigning rights based on whether you have a dick or not. Although, of course, that is the crux of the matter, because literally doesn't matter if you do have a dick or not. It is entirely based on whether the algorithm pegs you as male or female. And then, you know, on the off chance that a flat content does get appealed by a real person, you know, they have a list of qualifiers that says, you know, porn, not porn. You know, if you got long hair, if you got eyelashes, you got makeup, you know, and you look like you got nipples, boom, you're pornographic. So ripped all the long-haired dudes out there who don't have very hairy chests and maybe a little on the chubbier side. I hate to break it to you, but you just put yourself on par with and all over people's chests and just, you know, just a whole variety of mature content. So shoulda put a shirt on, or lost weight, or grew hair on your chest, or just, you know, looked male, I guess. And on the flip side, if you happen to be a trans woman or non-binary or whatever, and you're trying to pass as feminine, and you suddenly find yourself getting banned content just for having a shirt off, congratulations, you now get less rights than men. Yay, feminism. I am really ratcheting up the sarcasm in this video, but holy fuck, I am so fucking tired of this stupid Anyway, so started this channel 10 years ago. I happen to have been born and raised a nudist/naturist, which, if you've never heard of us before, no, we're not just like going in nature and having massive orgies. Those are swingers/exhibitionists, and that is a whole other thing. No, nudist/naturist, or whatever term you want to use, are basically people that just feel comfortable without clothes sometimes, and, you know, maybe it's nice to go outside and feel the air in your body, or lay in the sun, or read a book under a tree and just not wear clothes for a while. Crazy thought, I know, but that's how some of us are. I mean, according to some, I'm not even a real nudist because I don't go naked every chance I get. In fact, my main focus, as the title of the channel says, is on topless equality. Again, I would just kind of like to have the same rights as men. I mean, I guess I'm crazy, you know, just wanting the same rights as men. I mean, oh, of course. What a concept! Anyway. If you want more history on how this channel started, what my experiences have been like, I have old videos I'd show you, except that I don't have anywhere to host them right now, so never mind. You know, often people ask me, hey Cleo, do you think that things are getting better as far as gender equality and, you know, not giving men more rights than everybody else? Or even, you know, the option to be naked in public without people thinking that it's gross and profane? And to that I could only reply, that's funny. I mean, it's a weird time, you know? The last few years, a lot of lip service has been paid towards gender equality, racial inequity, you know, LGBTQ, gay marriage, Me Too, blah, blah, blah. But you may notice that, like always, but very, very transparent nowadays, a lot of companies and people like to say they support something, but then none of their actions actually reflect that supposed belief. Case in point, day. We just had another, and of course, every time it rolls by, you got all these Facebook and the YouTube and, you know, Google comes with the little doodle that's like showing women throughout history. You got Facebook saying, we support women, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. If they supported women, why would they give men more rights than us? And yes, I do keep repeating that, but that's what it comes down to. When you tell women, or again, anyone who looks female, that they're not allowed to exist without a shirt, without it being instantly bannable, without it being exactly on par with, again, very graphic sex, you are saying women do not deserve personhood. Women are sexual objects regardless of consent or intent or anything like that. A man walks at the park without a shirt on because he's given the right to say, hey, I am not a sexual object. I just like being without my shirt. You know, it's a hot day, or maybe I like my body or whatever, but I, a man, deserve to be able to choose whether or not I'm being a sexual object right now. Women don't get that. Again, we go out and we are told, yeah, we might like kind of pretend to care about what you want to do and your goals and, you know, what's going on inside your head and all that stuff. But as long as you look female, we decided that you are a sexual object. I mean, you're basically a sex doll that can mimic human speak like a parrot and make us sandwiches. Yay you! So as I said, I was born and raised a nudist, so maybe it's because I was never taught to think of human bodies as these nasty, profane things that must always be hidden, as if the sight of one is gonna scar your eyeballs and ruin you forever. So yeah, even if someone is fully naked, then I don't give a shit, as long as they're not staring at me or touching themselves to me or whatever, you know? Let people do what they're gonna do. It's not your business and it doesn't affect ya. So because of that, I really don't understand why female nipples in particular are considered nude, but men are not. I've heard some very interesting theories over the years, you know, men are hardwired to see female nipples as sexual and therefore they can't control themselves. If they see a female breast, they simply must or they'll die! Of course, by saying that, you're labeling yourself an instinct-driven animal incapable of behaving yourselves at the sight of something that turns you on sexually. And for the safety of everybody, maybe we should just, like, stab your eyeballs out in case you start finding anything else sexually attractive and finding yourself, therefore, compelled to touch yourself in any and all situations. And of course, in that case, we couldn't possibly put the onus of self-control on you, you poor little wild animal, you. Which kind of means that then women are far more capable of controlling themselves than men are, therefore we're smarter and more self-possessed. I mean, in that case, we should probably muzzle you and chain you up with an oversized chastity belt, just in case you happen to get turned on at any point and cannot help yourself but stick your dick in the nearest hole, human or otherwise. But ignoring all that, the second flaw in the whole, oh, men can't control themselves around a female nipple argument, there's a lot of cultures out there that would beg to disagree. I mean, Europe is known for having beaches where everyone's topless, men, women, and children, and yet somehow the fellows there manage not to lose themselves in the uncontrollable urges of lust. And there are indigenous tribes where women go around without a shirt all the time and nobody thinks anything about it. Of course, it's kind of bizarre that you, a prime example of the superior Anglo-Saxon race, somehow seem to have less control over your base instincts than the indigenous people of color you think of as savages. So yeah, the whole men can't possibly control themselves around female nipples argument doesn't really hold water. In fact, it's basically cheesecloth full of cum that smells kind of funny and has an exceptionally low sperm count. Of course, another argument is that YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Vimeo, etc. are private entities who can do whatever the f they want, and you could say that. But even in saying that, there's an important component that must be pointed out. The reason that these companies are as big as they are is that you, the user, are offering yourself as a free product to them. And as dictated by the free market that you libertarians and Republicans pretend to believe in, products that most of the populace support become the standard, while products that people don't support go bankrupt and fizzle out of existence. So based on the teeny beeny itty little tiny chance that you're watching this video and thinking to yourself, yeah, it doesn't really make sense to give or take away rights to personhood based on what gender you look like, but these are private companies, we can't possibly hold them to account, then you have a choice. Either you can weigh your convenience of using these platforms over the rights of people that you pretend to support, or you could take on the overwhelming burden of not using the websites that go against everything you say you believe in. Or if you absolutely can't go without posting pictures of your food and talking to friends that you haven't seen in 10 years on Facebook, then you could always try to wean yourself from the teat of capitalist convenience and at least put some of your time into those other platforms. Because if even I, with my busy home life, can somehow scrape together the time to not only record my heinous female nipples, but apply multiple levels of censorship and jump through endless hoops to get them on these websites without getting banned, until FOSTA SESTA passed and now even that level of censorship is untenable, and squeeze in an extra 30 seconds to copy-paste the same post even to Mastodon or Lip Social or even MeWe if you don't mind sharing space with Nazis and anti-vaxxers. Anyway, the main point of this video is supposed to be to explain where the future of Topless Topics is at this point, and if you do want to see my heinous female nipples someday, this is my game plan, at least for now. First of all, let me stop you before you say that YouTube doesn't ban female nipples. I know there are accounts out there that get away with it. In fact, I have an interview sitting on my drive ready to go with one of those very channel creators who somehow has posts of fully naked people, uncensored, including some buxom young women talking about nudity, and he hasn't gotten taken down. And of course, actual porn if you frequent the subreddits and other forums devoted to sniffing out those links. But longtime followers and I have noticed a interesting trend behind only my posts. God damn it, dog.
Leo.
Yes?
Downstairs now.
Whoa! Okay, I'm back. Anyway, yeah, I'll just wrap this up. This is gonna be my channel trailer for now, I guess. I'm still doing these daily vlogs, so, you know, if you're a longtime follower and you want to hear me complain about shit, you can still subscribe, at least until this account gets banned. So I've been reviewing options, trying to find another place that I can upload my videos to that's not a porn site. For a while there, I was paying for, wow, the freaking pipes in this house are so loud. For a while there, I have been paying Vimeo $1,000 a year for the premium level account and posting my videos there, but back in December they sent me an email saying I was using more bandwidth than 99% of the website and I would have to sign up for an executive package to keep using their bandwidth, and they wouldn't give me a specific figure, but I googled it and it seemed to be about $15,000 a month. So I said, F that. I took basically all my videos except for a very small handful, and I restricted access to those so that only the few ones were findable. And I thought that was that. And then in January I got another email from them saying I was still using more bandwidth than 99% of the website somehow, and I went back to my videos to try to figure out how the fuck that could happen, and it turns out that somehow at some point Vimeo undid me setting all my videos except for those few on private and had them public again so people were watching them, you know, perverts. And I'm honestly not surprised that it did that. Vimeo is a buggy piece of shit. that I've always had problems with. But yeah, that happened, and so they still were saying that they were gonna, you know, delete my whole channel unless I paid them a lot more money. And since they had already proven that marking my videos as private didn't work, I said, fuck it, just delete the whole fucking channel. Fuck you guys, just fucking delete it. So that's that. They did that. I was posting super censored version of my videos to YouTube, straight up, you know, just covering everything. I even posted a video where I had a mosaic effect across the entire frame, and they still keep deleting those videos. So I gave up on that too. I, of course, had already stopped using Instagram and Facebook over a month ago because they already banned me about once a week, maybe twice. And then December 20th, they updated their user guide based on the passing of the FOSTA SESTA Act, which theoretically is supposed to cut down on child porn, but all it actually does is drive that into the dark web where, you know, people are still sharing these links and they're even harder to find. And Instagram and Facebook were already anti-sex worker, but now they hate them even more, and they'll block your entire account just for having an OnlyFans link. And again, for some reason that, you know, followers and I can only conjecture, I get way more bans than f***ing anyone else does. So again, even posts with text only. I've had text only posts that said nothing more than like, hey, I got a new video up, banned off Instagram and Facebook, so I stopped posting there. I tried just using them as like, you know, post pictures of my, you know, whatever, personal life, my kids being cute, or my cat, you know, my other cat that didn't get lost yet, that kind of stuff. And it didn't matter, Instagram was still banning years old posts. And so I said, fine, not gonna use you anymore. But yeah, you know, I can't use Vimeo. I can't use YouTube, I can't use Facebook, I can't use Instagram. Twitter allows video, but only up to 2 minutes. And I also, my account is marked as adult, so you have to be specially logged in. You have to go directly to my account to even find it. And of course, I'm right alongside, you know, and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been trying to find another option. I do have my weekend live streams, my Saturday live streams, 3 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard on Plexstorm. It's just plexstorm.com/streams/topless topics. Unfortunately, Plexstorm is a sex website. They allow sexual activity on their live streams, but they also stress in their terms of service that, you know, you don't have to get naked. You can do whatever activity you want on there. I mean, provided it's not illegal. And even if you are doing sexual things, that can't be the main focus of the video. There has to be interaction with the streamers. So you can't just, you know, play videos of porn. You have to actually be doing something. And surprisingly, I've had a pretty good run of it so far. I have my regulars that usually show up, and then if we do get a porn bot or a troll or whatever, it's really fun to watch my supporters jump on them and be like, come on, dude, you're being an asshole, whatever. And then, of course, the guy, you know, oh, she's not gonna f you, dude, and then they leave. Well, they get booted. But anyway, I still do that, and basically that's where I am. I can only put my heinous, non-sexual female nipples, censored or otherwise, on straight up porn sites. Pornhub, Dailymotion, Xhamster, that shit. I haven't done that yet. I really hate curtailing to the notion that female nipples are on par with but that's where I am. That seems to be the only option. And at this point, I'm seriously considering just fucking posting my shit to Pornhub because, you know, at least then it's out there. Until then, I am exploring other options. The last few days, I've been looking into Library, LBRY, which basically, instead of YouTube and all these centralized models, it's peer-to-peer, and so people kind of host the video amongst each other or whatever. But they categorize, and they even categorize the mention of sex as mature content. So of course, female nipples, clearly the same as and they only have the one filter, mature content. Everything gets thrown under there. Nudity, talking about consent, discussing sex toys or whatever. And that requires a logged in account with the mature content, show mature content thing turned on. And embeds don't work either because it just says video could not be found unless you know to log in and then look for the video. So I might put my videos up on Library, at least just for people within Library to find it. But it sucks because I have to turn on mature content to be able to see my own videos. And when I do, guess what's all over my timeline? And that shit. that shit because male nipples are some how the same as I'm just gonna keep saying I'm bleeping it out, but you can guess what kind of shit I'm saying. So yeah, that's library. Maybe I will, like I said, just post to Pornhub or shit. I don't know. It's not like people aren't already stealing my videos and uploading it to there, so I might as well do it and at least, you know, get the views instead of these other piece of shits getting the views from me. I can't understand how porn bots are so pathetic that just a girl sitting there talking about potty training my 4-year-old is somehow all they need to get their rocks off. It's the internet, you f***wad. You can find anything you want. Obviously, it's a rape culture thing where, you know, I have the girl next door thing, except a lot of them are actually turned on by the fact that I don't want them masturbating to my videos. It's a turn on to them to violate my consent that way. They're too much of a chicken to, you know, actually rape somebody, which they totally would given the chance. So instead, masturbating to my videos after I've said over and over not to do that is their own little, you know, little taste of rape. That's what you're doing, buddy. That's what you're doing. And the final idea that I'm exploring, and I'm really going back and forth about it, but I want to look into my own direct hosting where basically I just get a hosting package straight from Amazon servers or something like that and post it, you know, embed it to the website and stuff like that. I'm hesitant because first of all, that costs money, and I don't really make any money at my videos because, again, I can't even keep them online, let alone monetize them, and I really don't like putting a price tag on access to my body. It kind of goes against the whole point, but I'm kind of rocking a hard place here because how else am I going to pay for video hosting and stuff like that? But if I do, it's going to be a very specific thing. I'm only going to have it linked to by either people who are subscribed on Patreon or people that have been following my videos for a long time and have demonstrated that they're not, you know, in it just to spank the monkey. I don't know. I'm hesitant to do it because it is a financial commitment, and even if it's a small amount, it's hard to justify even the amount of time and money I've already put into all my videos that just get f***ing banned, so why do I bother? It's just, it just galls me to have to spend more and more money just to put my f***ing female nipples out there because all these websites ban them as porn. I know I keep repeating myself, but that's the Groundhog Day that I'm stuck in. Female nipples get banned because they're porn. I can't, you know, prove that they're not porn by showing you what non-pornographic female nipples look like because they're banned as porn. It's the catch-22 of hell. So yeah, that's it. No more nakedness or even female toplessness, censored or otherwise, on YouTube. Don't use Instagram or Facebook at all. Might just give up and put my shit on Pornhub directly because it's all I can fucking do. And maybe I'll pay for direct hosting someday in the future. But as I mentioned, my mom just died. I'm also parent to young children and just overall have a lot on my plate. So not really in a hurry to run out and spend even more money hosting my videos so that only a tiny bit of people can even watch them. But, you know, we'll try that. If you want to support me and, you know, actually help me spread the cause of the crazy radical idea of treating women as people just like you treat men, please do feel like sharing the link to my website at least. You know, it's just toplesstopics.org. You can ask people to subscribe here. I mean, I'm waiting for this channel to get banned entirely anyway, but, you know, at least for now, consider it like a Snapchat of sexist, misogynistic bullshit. And I am also trying out other platforms like Mastodon, Lips Social. People keep telling me to post to MeWe, but every time I do, all I get are porn bots and old male nudists being like, why don't you get all the way naked? Because they just don't fucking care about the actual point of this channel. Because God forbid I should want to stand up for women specifically. No, of course I must represent all of nudist kind. Yeah, I totally signed up for that. If you want to stay up to date with whatever platforms I'm not yet banned at, you can always go to toplesstopics.org/contact, at least until I run out of money even to host the website. I also may actually start trying to write blog posts in the future. I am a lot more comfortable recording videos. I kind of just like to freewheel it and, you know, give myself a topic and off I go. But given the insanity of the constant censorship, I may try the written thing. It's on the someday maybe list. I don't want to guarantee that it'll happen anytime soon because, you know, busy and shit. Oh, and the last thing, I forgot about it, which is kind of sad. I started a Topless Topics podcast. It's just monthly for now, and in fact episode 3 is hella late, mostly because it's the first one that I actually did some interviews with other people, and I'm trying to put pieces of it into the overall thing to make it more interesting. But unfortunately, when my mom died, she left a lot of nightmarish financial chaos that I am trying to figure out because my dad is useless, my husband has no interest, and my sons probably when they grow up aren't going to take on that emotional labor either. So I'm a little busy taking care of that shit, but yeah, I'll try to get it out. I will. Maybe someday I'll even have the money and time to put together, you know, t-shirts and stuff like that. I don't know. Or another thing you can do to help is you can take part in my how to help pictures sharing initiative kind of thing. Basically, I put a guide on toplesstopics.org/how-to-help that gives you an illustrated guide on how to make an original post to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., where you save the picture of the video from the page of the video, and then you go to make a new post just like you would post any other meme or whatever you downloaded and put it up on the page. And it does have to be original because, like I said, I don't use them anymore because they ban all my fucking posts. But here's the wonderful thing. You posting it on your page means that you are not gonna face the same fucking bullshit bans that I do because you don't have the same dedicated cabal of haters that follow you from platform to platform and report all your shit so that algorithms go into overdrive trying to ban you off the face of the earth. Yeah, this video is longer than intended and I'm sure no one's gonna watch it anyway, but at least I did it, and now you know. And now you know the state of things, and you can say goodbye to these heinous female nipples because I give up. Guess I'll see you on Pornhub. Bye. I am so fucking tired of this stupid